What's up, fam? It's your boy Kenny with Positive Impact Racing, head director, USA BMX licensed coach, and vet pro. Bringing you the first P.I.R cast. In this episode, we're going to talk about sprint training. Sprint training is very, very key when it comes to racing and maximizing your speed. First and foremost, first form of training that anybody should be doing in BMX racing is sprints. Yes, sprints. That S word. So I know so many people are probably looking at this podcast like, what, sprints, man? Come on, bro. We all know how to do sprints, blah, 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 blah. I get it. I understand. But there are so many different variables to sprints these days that are beneficial to every rider out there. And different ways to program them for different age groups as well to maximize the gains for everybody. Now, with the 5 to 8 year old kids, this is how I program it. Do a sprint as long as you can for the maximum amount of space that you can before you get tired. Then take a 1 minute rest and do it again. My 9 to 12 year old riders, that's a little different. I have to physically break down every technical aspect to them to understand that your first 4 cranks, we have to maximize your output on that so you get to the 30 foot faster. Okay, then there's the sprint from the 30 foot to the first jump. Though it's minimal, maybe 1 or 2 more cranks, those also have to be powerful. Then it becomes first straightaway speed. Where do you pedal? How hard do you have to pedal? Where do you make your move? Blah, blah, blah. It all becomes a coaching aspect after that. There's also pedaling out of turns. What has to be done coming out of a turn to maximize the speed for the next straightaway. I implement that into my training with my team from ages 9 to 12. Now my 13 and over riders, since most of them are intermediate or more, I like to implement different things involving their clip pedals. Yes, clipped in riders. It's different when you're sprinting with clips than it is flat pedals. The first 4 cranks clipped in involve pulling and pushing at the same time with your pedals. I know a lot of people are listening to this going, no way, Kenny, no way. But if you listen to 90% of your elite men, 90% of your pros, especially since the Nick Long documentary just came out, Mile Marker 64, if you haven't watched this, you guys need to because it's very informational. One thing he does say in his documentary is when he snapped out of the gate during the Olympics, he got his weight forward and pulled with his back foot. You're hearing it straight from the elite class. They're not just pushing down on the pedal while they're clipped in. They're pushing with the front foot and pulling with the back to maximize the 1 to 2 transfer between first and second pedal. This helps a lot with getting to the 30 foot at a higher rate and a higher level. But you cannot teach that to the 9 to 12 year olds because they're still on flat pedals. They're not going to be able to push-pull coming out of the gate. You can take the time to explain to them, okay, so we're going to do 3 regular foot starts and then have them do 3 opposite foot starts and then have them do 3 elevated crank starts. That breaks down the circle of their actual pedal stroke in 3 different variables and 3 different points. So when they do snap out with their first pedal, when their second pedal reaches the top of the 12 o'clock, I like to use a clock reference, of the 12 o'clock mark, their downward stroke is just as powerful as what their first pedal was. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, right? But in hindsight, if we get these kids to break down their pedal efficiency at a younger age and understand why they're doing what they're doing for sprints, then as they get older, when they get into those clip pedals, the pedal efficiency will stay. The problem with the transfer between flat pedals and clips is with flat pedals you have a better circle, understanding of a better spin when you're pedaling. When you're clipped in with these riders that are just transferring over the clips, a lot of them like to automatically go to the pull method when they're pedaling. which causes them to pedal out of round, out of circle, and inefficiently. A simple way to program sprinting for younger kids. So you break it down into 9 sprints, maybe 12 if you want to push it, 3 to 4 sprints, regular stance, 3 to 4 sprints at opposite foot stance, and 3 to 4 sprints with elevated crank. Programming for my 13 and older riders is simple. Well, not really. It's a little more broken down. So with them, I do a maximum effort first 4 cranks. So I call it the Focus 4 crank set. With Focus 4, I have them focus on pushing with their front foot while pulling with their back foot for the first 4 cranks out of the gate to maximize their output to the 30 foot. Focus 4 sprints are the first set of sprints that my 13 and over riders do when they enter their sprint session. That helps them understand that those are the first 4 movements of their cranks that they're going to do when they snap out of the gate. After that, I have them do regular footed sprints, opposite footed sprints, and elevated crank sprints. It all goes into the clockwise of a pedal stroke. As long as you do everything in your power to maintain pedal efficiency, which is a perfect circle, which would be like a clock. Start at noon, and 1, 2, 3, your pedal is nice and level with the chainstay. Then from 3 to 6, your opposite pedal goes to high noon, and then vice versa. It comes all the way around in a clock pattern. Maximizing pedal efficiency maximizes the power output of these younger riders. Me being able to coach these kids and get them to that next level or higher level gets them closer to wanting to enter the pro class or entering the junior men's, U23. All social medias are at Positive Impact Racing. Or you can hit our website at www.positiveimpactracing.org. We do have merchandise available. And make sure you go to our YouTube channel and like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get it going. Happy 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. See you at the track.